Hello, my lords and ladies, and welcome to another episode of Chronicles of Drunagor, where we're doing the Spoils of War expansion. This video comes directly at you. Special thanks to Bishop Greewell, 8793, for your amazing donation to push us in the right direction. As always, I want to thank all my YouTube members for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, if you're a member, you can request any... I've got all my games posted. If you want to see a specific miniature painted, all you got to do is ask, and we'll paint them for you. Benefit of being a member. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Pretty easy one. But without further ado, let's go. Alright, we're scraping off the nasty mold lines, and we're doing a white base paint on our miniature. Now we're doing all of our speed paints, our Citadel ones, and we're thinning them all with Lamia medium. All of them are 50-50. The first one we're doing is Wyldwood onto the horns. Next we're going to do a 50-50 mix of Militarium Green and Lamia medium. Again, we're using Lamia medium 50-50 on all of these speed paints. And we're going to use this all over our robe areas. And this is what it should look like when you're done with the robe. Again, a 50-50 mix of Lamia medium and Volupus Pink. If you have contrast medium, that works too. I just prefer the Lamia medium. I don't know if it makes a difference. I just, weird like that. It gets stuck on something. We're doing all the skin areas in Volupus Pink. For Shadow's hair, we're going to be doing some Briar Queen's Chill. Again, you can mix this 50-50 with Lamia medium. Alright, again, 50-50 mix, Lamia medium Snakebite Leather on all of our leather belt areas and sheath areas. Pretty easy. For the boots and the dark areas around the arms, arm guards, I guess you could say, are 50-50 mix of Black Legion and Lamia medium. See the theme here. For our pants, the same thing. 50-50 mix in Aggaross Dunes and Lamia Medium. I know you guys are probably getting tired of me saying that, but you notice the difference on that white. It definitely sticks out easier. It's much easier to highlight. It's not overpowering. It doesn't just oversaturate it. It does a better job of smoothing onto our miniature. Some Cygor Brown, Lamia Medium, of course, onto our gauntlet area. And finally, our first and only normal paint, some Iron Warriors, and we're going to do this all over our swords and gauntlet areas, and we're going to highlight those up in a little bit. But that's it for all of our base paints. Pretty easy. Alright, no washes, so we're going directly into the highlight step. And we're going to use Pink Horror. This is going to be onto the skin, so we're going only the raised areas, obviously. Cheekbones, nose, chin, above the lips, shoulders, a little bit of biceps, hands, of course, and the tail coming down from shadow. Next, we're going to do some pure Fulgrim Pink, thinned, of course, and we're going to go over all those same areas. If you want to add a little bit more onto the nose, the cheekbones, and the chin area, and in the chest area, if you know what I mean, you may. And you can build up those highlights doing 2 or 3 coats to really build up that deeper pink if you would like to give it that nice skin color look. Filling in the hair, we're going to go over every strand, leaving the recesses with the original Briar Queen Chill, but we're going to use Warpfiend Grey on her hair. Make it look nice and old. Kind of like Male. If anybody knows what I mean. Probably not. For our green jacket robe area, we're going to do some Lorean Forest. And again, we're just getting this on the raised areas. The Militarium Green was a little too light, so I wanted to dark it up a little bit. And this is a great way to do it. And it just adds a very smooth transition to your green areas. And it looks fantastic when you're done. For our boots on the raised areas, we're going to use some Mechanicus Standard Gray. Pretty easy. You can also use this on the Black Legion areas that you did on the arms as well. For our swords, we're only going over the top portions. We're not doing the entire thing in Leadbelcher, but for the swords and your gauntlets, we're going to be using Leadbelcher. Now I'm going over just the top areas of if you're staring at the miniature on the left side. And for the right one, I'm going over the top and on the blade itself. Now we're going to highlight this up here with a couple bit of washes that we're going to make in a moment to try and match that card art, but we're going to brighten up those metal pieces just a little bit. Now we're going to use some Druchi Violet, about 3/4 the way up onto the sword, down, and what we're doing is we're building up that gradient of color. If you look at the card art, there's like pink, purplish pink, I don't know, chroma, mana, magic, whatever it is coming off those swords. So we're going to build that to kind of match that card art. Once your Druchi Violet is finished drying, we're going to use a very thin, I mean an extremely thin, lots of water in your Emperor's Children, and we're just going to build up those highlights in the same area. Now if you went up 3/4 of the blade with the Druchi Violet, go up about half with the Emperor's Children and then let it dry completely. Next, we're going to do the same thing with Fulgrim Pink. Extremely watered down, a lot of water. It's like a wash. And we're going to go about 1/3 on that blade, if not 50% on that blade to really get that gradient of color, to give it the impression that we look on the card art. And once you're satisfied with that, we're going to use some 50-50 mix. I know, shocker. Lamia Medium and Basilicanum Grey on to the bottom of our base. Since it is a rocky base, we'll make it look rocky. And then, I know it's already time to be done. Your favorite part of painting the miniature, because it means you're done, is the rim of the base, and we're doing an Abaddon Black. That was super quick, super effective, and really easy. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. These miniatures are good. They're decent. They're not bad. But this is the best way, I think, for these miniatures to be painted and painted quickly with quality. And that's how I showed you how to do right there. So, well, thank you for watching. Again, if you remember, request some videos. I just pull stuff out of my butt whenever I don't have anything to go because I don't know what to paint. So, if you want to make a donation and request a certain miniature, we'll get to it sooner than others. Bishop, this took me a little bit longer, so I apologize. If you want to make another request, we do have the Paladin coming up next. If you want to see something else, please let me know. All right, I love you all. See you on the next one. Paint on.